Good morning, everyone. It is an absolutely beautiful sunshiny day for now. Weather forecast says that's going to change later, but we're going to hope they're wrong. And we got kind of a total day of randomness chaos going on. So let me show you what our first objective for the day is. All right, we are down here on a job we've been working on. I say we haven't really been working on. We actually rented the 850J out to a farmer that's got an operator on hand to do some flood repair in a field of his. We have worked in this field down here before. We plowed some tile over there way back in the day, but I doubt you guys recognize this place. Actually, that house right up there on the hill, you guys remember the mystery hole in the yard? That's where all that went down up there. So we've worked down here a few different times, but for some reason, whenever we get a big flood, and I'm sure there's a big old long explanation for it, and currents and blah, 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 blah. But the reality of it is, this whole area that you see is brown right here. That whole area that you see is brown over there. It gets to the river deposits like anywhere from 6 inches to 4 feet of sand. Makes an absolute mess out of this field. It happened in 2011, happened in 97, 2011, 2018, and then this year, 2025. So we had the 850J down here, and he's had a guy running the last couple days, pushing it all up along the edge of the field over there just to get it out of the way. There was one spot out here that it wasn't that deep. The sand was only about 6-8 inches deep. They thought they could farm through it, and found out yesterday they cannot. We need to get the 850J hauled out of here to another job. So Aaron hopped on there. Instead of pushing it all the way over to the edge of the field, he's just trying to get it scattered out for him so we can get the dozer out of here. But you can kind of see this little triangle patch right here, but it's crazy because it is like straight up sand. It's really fine sand, but it is straight up sand. You guys are wondering, sand is like the most recommended thing for undercarriages. It's like awesome on undercarriages. So I'm sure it's really good on our dozer, but I don't know if I can show you down here somewhere. Hopefully I can. The sand is sitting on top of all the old bean stubble. It is nasty, it is slick, it is hard to deal with. You kind of see right there where I had scraped it off and slid, but hopefully we can get this scattered out enough. I can get through here. You can see where he tried to come through here with a tractor. Well, that's about as far as he made it. Fun, I'll tell you. I guess it's hard to complain about the flood too much. It creates a whole lot of work for us, which is not a bad thing, but we were already busy. And then it's work nobody really wants to do or pay for, nobody's happy about. So all right, so while Aaron piddles with this here for the next hour or so, I got some guys from South Carolina coming. They're going to take a look at that Demco side dump trailer we got. They're interested in possibly purchasing one, so we're We're gonna go down the lot, let them see what it's all about. I guess from there, we'll see what this crazy weather does today. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much longer Mr. Aaron can push sand before it gets too wet for him. But we're in the Puppy Dog. I don't know if you can see back here behind me, we got the Demco trailer. Got a couple boys in from South Carolina. Want to check this thing out, see what it's all about, see how it works. We're going to take this up to the house. We got a load of topsoil on it. Dump it out and show them how it works. The weather is absolutely lovely, folks. I'm just going to show you here. You can see we're leaning pretty good. This is the location we would definitely never dump a regular trailer. So hang on tight. Here we go. I apologize, I did not get more videos with the gentlemen from South Carolina. The Mother Nature is in one of her moods today. One minute the sun's out, the next minute it is pouring down rain. Hopefully she'll straighten up here at some point. I guess Aaron's still working in the rain. I haven't heard anything any different. So we do have a nice little rain day project we're going to try to tackle real quick. We are back on our roller. We need to get going for the fair. If you guys remember, we pulled this pump off, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and sent it off to Kurt over at Area Diesel, and he has worked his magic and returned the favor. Aaron opened this up and told me I'm in for a surprise. I don't know if I should be scared or excited, so let's see what Mr. Kurt has in store for us. Fancy box? What we got in our fancy box here? Oh, check that out. That is pretty sweet. You guys don't know, man, Area Diesel, that thing is heavy. They collaborate with a bunch of different content creators, myself, Tractor Time with Tim, Clint CNC Equipment, Matt, Diesel Creek. Well, I'd put that up in the shop. A lot of different guys. They are an absolute awesome shop to work with, man. They deal with a little bit of everything. BioGuard, I've heard a rumor that part of the issue with our pump had to do with our algae issue, which I kind of suspected, so I'm assuming he sent this along to help with our algae issue. Hopefully somewhere in here there's an injection pump. It's pink. The pump is pink. I mean, I guess that's better than bright. I didn't see that one coming. I guess that's better than bright yellow. That is one. That is one off pink injection pump. Oh boy. I like it. Alright, well, who cares what color it is? Let's see if she works. Alright. Now that I'm over the shock and awe of a bright pink pump, I do not know the story behind this. I have not seen Kurt from Area Diesel's video yet, but I will link it down below so you guys can check it out and see what his thought process was behind sending us a bright pink pump. Say that 3 times fast. Bright pink pump. Bright pink pump. Yeah, that'll get you pretty quick. She is pretty. She does look better than yellow. We'll have to go with that. So, all right, can you guys see the end of that pump right there, how it's got the 3 bolt holes and it's got that notch right there? So this should be pretty easy to time. If you guys look in here, hopefully I can show you. See that pin right there? There's a pin right there. That pin goes in that notch, and then these 3 bolts go through that front cover. These are the ones we were trying not to drop whenever we took them out earlier. and go in there. So we need to the best of our ability, come on, judge where that pump needs to be, which I'm gonna go with right in there. Actually, it's facing right at that bottom hole, right there. That looks pretty close. All right, see if we can slide this beauty up on there. Oh yeah, she looks even brighter in the lights. All right, I did put the new gasket on in case you guys were wondering. Did it go in there? I don't think it did. Take this front cover off so I can see in there. We are not in. Oh, there she went. We are now in. All right, now, see if I can get one of these. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. These are the bolts. You know what? I'm gonna shove a rag down in there. I don't know. You guys see in there? What I don't want to do is drop these bolts down inside that timing cover, because if we do that, we gotta go fishing. And I'm not in the mood to go fishing. All right, hopefully you can see in there. I got me a rag shoved in there. Hopefully that'll safeguard against stupidity and bad decisions. All right, here we go. Easy does it. Come on. All right, before we tighten that gear down, I want to tighten this actual injection pump down just so we don't do any undue pressure on anything up there. You can barely see it through the hot pink paint, but that is that timing line we put on there. And we got a timing line right here on the cover. So we're gonna line those up. That should put it back in time with where it was before we took this thing off. My ratchet to work here. Come on, there we go. I did get a new gasket on there. Oh, we better adjust that just a little bit. Need to go just, oh, that's too much. Oh, come on, right there. Perfect. If it was timed right before, it is timed right again. We put her right back where we found her. All right, we got these other two bolts tightened up, and then we'll tighten up the front. That is a tight squeeze getting back in there. Luckily, we got just the right combination of sockets, extensions. Click, click, perfectly torqued. Oh, give my socket back. Come on. Come on, don't play this game. There you go. Ah! Oh. Don't worry, I got it. I got the 3 mounting bolts over there. That last one was a little bit of a booger. Now I need to get these 3 bolts in here tightened down. Second guessing myself, thinking I maybe should have put a little bit of Loctite on these guys, but this thing ain't gonna get a whole lot of hours on it, so we're gonna go with it'll be fine. There's 1, there's 2. Where's my 3rd one? Right there. Got it. All right. I'm gonna put this cover back on. There's still a little bit of a gasket there. We're gonna call that good enough. I better pull my rag out of there before we forget. That would not be good. Get this cover back on, get that engine closed up so we ain't gotta worry about nothing getting in there that shouldn't be in there. We're down to hooking up some lines. Oh, isn't she pretty? Pretty pink pump. Still not sure how I feel about it, but as long as it works, I will be happy, I promise you. All right, we got pumps bolted down, gears bolted down, front covers back on. We are down to lines and linkages. I'm gonna leave these 2 off for now. This is the supply line, this is the return line. So this supplies fuel to the pump, this takes the excess fuel off the pump. These 4 lines right here, which are a little more difficult to get on, are the 4 high pressure injection lines that take the fuel up to the injector nozzles. And if I could get that off there, maybe. That little cap is on there, and what I don't want to do is get bright pink paint chips down in that port or up in my thing. Oh, come on, so close. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get that started on there. Oh, we got one started. I think these are the 2 more difficult ones. I could be wrong. That next one is way in back behind there. I don't know. Let's see what we can do with it. I don't even know if you guys can even see it, but I got that back one on way back in there. It wasn't as bad as what it looks. These other 2, we had to take completely off to get the pump out of there. I'm hoping I didn't get the old cart ahead of the horse here. And we can still get this one. Has to go down through there somehow. Is it gonna go? Come on, baby. Please don't tell me I gotta take this all back apart. What are we stuck on? Where do we need to go? Oh, it's not looking good. Stuck on that stinking wire. Oh. We're getting closer, folks. We're getting closer. I need to get on the other side of this. On the other side of that. Oh, look at that. It's falling into place. These little caps, let me tell you, they're a pain in the butt to get off for some reason. You really gotta watch those paint chips so they don't end up somewhere they don't belong. It's like they're one size too small. All right. Oh, look how easy that went on. Sweet. Got one more to do, all the way on the bottom. All 4 injector lines are on. We are down to the supply and return line. They are a little bit different. Man, these caps are giving me a run for my money today. Come on. There we go. Now, make sure it's clean. These are a little different. They got this little rubber gasket that goes in there. It goes over the hose like so. And the line goes down in there and it kind of squishes everything together. These are all low pressure fittings here. These here you do not want to over tighten. Good and snug is plenty tight. That should do the trick. All right, I got one more up here. Lines are tight. The last 2 connections, this is the shutdown solenoid. So basically this activates and deactivates to turn the engine off. And then this right here is our throttle linkage. I think it's probably pretty self-explanatory what it does. Controls the engine speed. There it goes. Looks like it's maybe a little bit out of adjustment. Let's turn that back on there a few turns. There. Sweet. I think she's back on. All right, before we try to prime this thing up and get it started, I'm gonna go to town real quick and get a new fuel filter. You guys can see all that fuel algae and stuff in there. It does look a lot better this time that I took it off than what it did last time. So hopefully that stuff we put in there previously is working. But I'm gonna go grab a new filter. We'll get a new filter on this thing and then we'll see if she fires. Hey, you're back.
All right. I'm back, yes.
I still think you had something to do with this.
No, not my color. And I would not put Kurt up doing something like that. This is how I
think this went down. I think you got a hold of Kurt and you're like, hey, paint that thing high-vis yellow. Kurt's like, oh man, I would, but I ain't got no yellow, but I got some hot pink. And you're like, oh, it'll work fine.
No.
That's my predictor.
I did that zip mouth shut. I didn't say a word. I didn't talk to Kurt about it. No, I'm telling you, I was.
I think you and Kurt. I think
maybe through the videos encouraged him to do something special like that.
Hey, I've also realized to try to say. Well, I already forgot what it was. Bright pink pump 3 times. It's not as easy as you thinking. All right, old filter.
Ooh, yeah.
New filter.
Yeah.
So now, get this on. You think this thing's gonna start? You think it'll run better now that it's hot pink?
Oh, I think it'll help a lot.
Oh, again, that means you're guilty.
No.
I know you had something to do with that.
Nope, not a thing.
I don't believe you for a minute.
I mean, I do like the color choice. You know, I like things like that because they stick out.
All right, we got to figure out, before we go try to start this thing, we need to treat the diesel.
Yes.
Which means we're going to have to read some instructions.
That sounds good. First time we've ever read them.
Shh, don't tell them that. You think I can read the fine print?
Yeah, maybe. But that wasn't on there whenever I was looking to see.
It was covered up by the first aid stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs the first aid stuff? Hopefully not us.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go with 1 ounce
Yep.
For 20 gallons.
For 20 gallons.
That's the shock treatment.
Yes.
And then there's a maintainer treatment too, which is like 15 milliliters or something. But we gotta give her the old shock and all.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. You got 1 ounce in there?
Yeah, that's what it says right there. See?
Okay. All right. Go for it. You're good.
Must be some pretty potent stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh. There we go.
You know what I'm thinking we might do? Put a little bit of this in our tank in our truck just for preventative maintenance.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put some in that one too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't hurt.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah. How many gallons is in this one?
20. I think they're both full, actually. I think we filled them up. Now, this is a 100-gallon tank. So how many ounces is that? 5?
Yeah. Do you got fuel in it yet?
No, we're going to fill it up because it's empty.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you need 5 of them.
1. 2. 3. 4.
1 more.
I like this little thing.
I can tell.
Anything else we need to do?
Yeah.
We'll put it in your pickup truck?
No, we're good. I don't need that.
We just gotta put fuel in this thing when we go back up.
Yeah.
All right. Put that in here. I think we're done with that. We gotta give her the old primey, see if she startsies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they missed the fuel explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed that.
We got her hand primed up. All right. So now what we need to do, basically at this point, we got fuel to the pump. Now we need to get fuel through the pump. So I'm gonna crank this thing, and you let me know if you start seeing fuel
coming out.
All those up there.
Okay.
Think this thing still got that battery to do something?
Man, I hope. I don't know.
I think we should check the oil first. The antifreeze. Would that be smart?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, there's something in there. I don't know what it is, but it's in there. We'll call that good. Oh, where's the dipstick?
Oh, yeah.
Full. Brand new. Make for All right. You ready?
All right.
Does the throttle linkage work?
Yeah, it's working.
Looks like it's going all the way to idle.
Go.
Check that before we take off wide open throttle. That looks like idle. Uh-oh, what was that piece?
Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Where did that come from? That little piece.
Oh, that's the extra. We probably ought to figure out our throttle situation here first.
Yeah.
All right, we're not 100% for sure what's going on. Something about our throttle linkage is not quite jiving here. So before we get this thing fired up and all chaos erupts, we're gonna pull the hood off. You know, hindsight being 2020, if we're gonna pull the hood off, it probably would have been easier to put the injection pump on the hood off as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad we waited to the very end to do this. That was very smart.
Yeah.
We almost had it.
Yeah, we did.
All right. See, we're about out of adjustment there too. I don't know where else. We need more length. You're wide open right now, right?
I That's wide open right there.
And we're short.
Yeah.
Why are we short? Unless he changed the throttle arm in that pump, I have no idea why this is 3/4 of an inch too short. But I do not have the ability to change the throttle arm in that pump, but I do have the ability.
Yes. Pump piece.
To change the length of this by 3/4 of an inch. Otherwise, we're gonna fire this thing up. It's gonna be 3/4 throttle or wide open throttle, nowhere in between.
Yeah.
This is why you do all your safety checks before you start it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we don't have a welder down here. We're going to the shop.
I guess we're gonna hit the shop.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I need precisely 3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch.
Precise.
Why were you telling me 1/2 inch down there? Now you're saying it's 3/4.
Can we film this clip twice? I need precisely a 1/2 inch. That way, whenever I go.
3/4 or 1/2 inch?
Well, hold on. Excuse me, sir. I need precisely a 1/2 inch. So now if it's wrong, I can go back and film the other. Yeah. See, I told you so. I got you over a barrel, bud.
It's gonna be 3/4. Like we got enough adjustment to go down.
That's pretty smart. I should have thought about that sooner. All right.
Precise here.
Oh, this is. Oh, look what you did.
Well, I marked that.
Hey, I'm glad you took your safety glasses off so you could get a good look at that tape measure. We don't want anything obstructing your view. Now,
What?
You want to grind that while you can still hold it before you cut it off?
Oh.
I'll tell you what.
Well.
All right, while Aaron's doing that, we actually got another little project we're going to try to tie into. I have got quick attach couplers to put on the new 210. I had the valves on the last one. I think we're going to put those valves on the 120 or 140, depending on what happens. We're just going to go with the quick attach because the only attachment we have for the 220 is the tilt bucket. We have a lot of other attachments for the 140, 120. So we're just going to go with an old school setup here. So I got me some new stuff. Got me some adapters. Should work. I missed it. You think that was the best place to cut it?
Huh?
Think that was the best place to cut it?
Well, it was like the most open area.
Oh, I don't have an opinion. I was just questioning you. Let me tell you, you weren't here for me and this injection pump a while ago, but me and these plastic caps have not been getting along today.
Oh yeah, you've been leaving them in there?
No, they won't come out.
Oh,
that one come out. See, I just got to talk.
See, all you got to do.
I just got to talk a little crap, and then it'll work. So, all right. All right. So basically, I need to go from number 12 JIC, which is on the machine, to 3/4 pipe, which is on here. We got this fancy little adapter thingy. Look at that. Hey, check out that fancy little slick setup I got for you there, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, like that.
I'm ready to rock and roll now.
Hands free. It's Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, huh?
Yeah. Actually, it's red triangle.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Don't mess it up. Yep. You got ground on that?
Well, maybe I need to go through the...
You think it'll go through the magnets and everything else?
Don't know.
Well, there's one way to find out.
We'll find out. Well, good thing I got my steel toes on.
Yeah, because it almost got you.
It arced through somewhere, but not on the piece we needed.
Well, I think you need to weld onto this one because that's the one that's grounded. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Maybe, I don't know. Hold on. This is quite the apparatus. All right, hold on. Send it. Aaron's got my vise. I guess I'm resorted to working on the floor. You realize this roller is not a showpiece, right?
Yeah, it is.
You got any pink paint to go on that to match his pump?
Pretty close to it. I got some back there. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of the painting. Take care of that stuff.
All right, well, hurry up. I need your vise.
All right.
All right, guys, got everything started here. You'll notice one setup has females on both ends, one setup has male on both ends. These will actually get switched around. We'll have one on one side of the machine, one on the other side of the machine like we do everything else. So it will, when we go to hook up hoses, we don't have to think about it. It'll only go one way. That is not high vis, is it? I don't trust you. All right, he's done with the vise. Let's get these tightened down. All right, maybe that makes more sense. Female, male, female, male. I'm trying to get it to where it's the same as all the other ones. We don't have to think about putting the hoses on. They're just automatically good to go. All right, what'd you do to your paint job? Hide it from us?
No, I'm trying to hurry up and let it dry so I can put my high vis. I put my yellow primer on, but I need my high vis on.
It's time to go.
Just in.
Plan worked. I already did it, so it's only fair that I did it to you.
No, it ain't.
It is. See, I got it right there.
You hold that in there.
Right there, like that.
Like that.
See, I got it again.
Grab my stuff here.
I'm still trying to decide whether I like the hot pink pump or I don't like the hot pink pump. It's kind of growing on me.
You like it. You like it like I like my high vis yellow.
I like it a lot better if it actually works.
Okay.
I'm still baffled by this whole.
Turn this way.
No, it can't go that way. If that's the way it goes, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. We did not clock this.
Yeah, but doesn't this swivel?
Oh yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
We may need to break that loose.
Okay.
Moment of truth, man, behind the scenes. You think you got it right?
Well, we can make it right. I feel confident in it.
Feel confident.
We got adjustment.
Looks like that goes this way. Here we go. Oh, is it gonna go on there? Oh, it's on.
There we go.
You at idle?
I'm at idle.
Hey, look at that. We're at idle.
Okay.
All right, go wide open. Hey, look at that. We're wide open.
Wide open.
Now, I still don't know why that was not right. But whatever. It's fixed. All right.
Yeah.
So now, let's crank this thing over. All right, hopefully we got enough battery to pull this off. All these lines going into the injectors are loose. We're gonna crank this thing over. Hopefully we'll purge the air out of here. Once we see fuel coming out of all those, we'll tighten them down. Poof!
And then it better run.
It better run.
Got fuel on this one. Ooh, we're smoking.
That's the starter.
Oh. Fuel.
Fuel?
Yep, dripping out of this one.
Let's crank it down and see if she starts before we run out of battery.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Dang it. Jump pack on the truck.
Ready? There she is. I'm not saying she's purring like a kitten, but she sounds like she used to before. It's always been a little smoky and a little noisy, but she's a running. We're gonna go outside without getting stuck. We're gonna back this thing out, let it charge for a little bit. Oh yeah! Woohoo! Thing's got a little more giddy up now. Let this thing sit outside and run here for about 10 minutes. It's coming up to temperature, everything seems to be working good on it. Definitely runs a lot better. It's got way more pep than what it used to have before. Way more. And it's not smoking near as bad. Interesting. We're gonna have to get some new batteries for the other one. I guess it's ready to go. Question is, if we turn it off, will it start? Think it'll start? Oh yeah! She's ready for the fair. So here is how I am hoping this goes. This, I guess it's gonna go, how is this gonna go? Yes, that'll go right there like that. It's gonna extend that down a little bit. Hopefully it still clears our thumb. And we got plenty of room for everything. So let's find out if my plan works here. Well, that was pretty simple. It'd be nice if everything was that easy. All right, let's fire this thing up. Make sure we got clearance. Check for leaks. We're gonna go nice and easy here. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of room. We're not even close on this side. We're missing everything with these. You come around the other side, it is hitting that right there, but it is just like barely hitting that right there. It's also bottomed out too. It's right there to it. So I may take that pin out. It don't have to be in there. That pin comes out and becomes the locking pin up here if needed. The other thumb I never had it in there. We never used it. So that's gonna work. No leaks. I think we're good to go. All right, we are gonna end today on one other random note. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm in the mood to go brush hogging. I know. Beats me too. I have no idea why. This is the new 3150. Basically, it's a 15-foot. I think consider this pretty much a medium duty batwing brush hog we bought last year. I've been wanting to buy a new tractor to pull this thing. We bought it at the end of the season last year. This tractor actually belongs to the farm. This is a 75 horse case. It don't do too bad with this thing, but it sure would be nice to have a few more ponies. And why are you beeping at me? And most of all, a cab for all the dust and stuff, but you know what? It gets the job done, so I'm not gonna complain. I gotta see if I remember how to use this thing. Well, successfully made about 2 trips around the barn here. The little fuel gauge says you probably ought to stop while you're ahead because we're not going to run a whole lot longer. So, yeah, had to run and get some fuel. All right, there is a little bit of a chance of rain. There's just scattered showers popping up all around us. So far, we've got lucky and missed them all. But I'm gonna go over to camp and mow real quick, and then I'm gonna run down to the abandoned farm and mow real quick. Then we'll finish up here close to the barn. So if we need to run for shelter, we can. So let's hammer down and get this done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the ride. I did not get everything done I wanted to get done, but I got the majority of it done. I wanted to, and we beat the rain. I know it's hard to tell over the hill. We did have a pretty good little storm rolling in, but all in all, it's a pretty successful day. We got a lot done. There's supposed to be a complete washout today. It's supposed to rain all day. We got a little rain this morning. We may get a little rain this afternoon, but I think we missed the majority of the rain, which hopefully means we'll be back out doing something tomorrow, but we're gonna have to wait and see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, big old thumbs up. Really appreciate it. You know the routine. I will link Kurt's video down below whenever I get a link to it, so you guys can check out his video, and hopefully he's got an explanation of why I got a pink injection pump. So later. If your travels take you through southern Indiana or just looking for a unique destination, everybody is always welcome here at the world famous Derby Market and the home headquarters of the Dirt Perfect operation. No guarantees you'll catch Aaron or myself, but feel free to take all the pictures you like. Just for obvious reasons, please don't climb on or in any of the equipment. And most importantly, please tag us on all the social platforms, including the Derby Market. Before you head out, take a quick trip inside, look around, and locate the Dirt Perfect Visitors Map. Be sure you pin the location you traveled from and enter the Dirt Perfect Visitors drawing for a chance to win some Dirt Perfect merch. As always, guys, thank you for watching and supporting this channel. It means the world, and we shall catch you on the next one.